My name is Darren Downing, and I'm the research lead with the Cape Breton Island Tourism Training Network. Our project has helped develop Cape Breton University's Microcredentials. Many institutions of higher learning are beginning to offer microcredentials. So what are they, and how are they different from other diplomas and certificates? Let's start by looking at why microcredentials have been developed. Microcredentials are a solution to several problems that traditional higher educational institutions have been facing for some time. Let's look at three of these problems. The first challenge is the skills gap problem. The number one reason why higher education is valued is to get a good job. However, only 11% of chief-level business executives feel that college graduates have the skills necessary to fill the roles they are trying to fill. Microcredentials are skills-focused educational blocks that are developed in collaboration with industries to address specific skills that are required by those industries and are not being met through traditional college and university courses. The next challenge facing colleges and universities is one of emerging new competitors. Traditionally, colleges and universities were the only places to acquire the skills and knowledge to be successful in many high-paying jobs outside of the trades. This is no longer true. The internet has led to alternative sources of learning such as paid and free online courses. These alternative sources of learning are becoming more accepted by employers, especially when a candidate can show evidence that they possess a specific and desired skill. This increase in acceptance by employers of non-traditional educational backgrounds has the potential to impact higher education enrollment. Finally, the expectations of learners have changed over the last 20 years. Today's learners are more self-sufficient and willing to independently pursue the knowledge they feel they need. They also have an on-demand expectation for many aspects of life that older generations don't have. They expect to be able to have access to the entertainment they want as soon as they want it. This on-demand expectation is true for education as well. They often want to focus on specific skills and they want to begin learning immediately. Many of today's learners want an a la carte experience, where they can focus solely on the skills that they want to develop and avoid unnecessary topics, courses, and units. Microcredentials are the higher education community's response to these challenges. They are an on-demand, skills-based certification that is driven by the needs of specific industries. Microcredential skills are chosen and the assessments are developed through collaboration between the parent institution and industry experts, trade groups, and employers. The assessments that are used to ensure that the learner has attained the skill must also be approved by appropriate industries and industry experts. This ensures that microcredentials are viewed as both valid and valuable by potential employers. Traditionally, educational institutions used knowledge-based assessments to evaluate learner success. In many cases, this has the potential to produce learners who are aware of a skill but are not necessarily capable of using the skill. Microcredentials move the learner past the theory and puts the knowledge to use in practice. To earn a microcredential, learners must demonstrate the target skill, which is evaluated using an industry-approved assessment. A microcredential is evidence that a learner has competency in a specific skill. There is more than one method for universities to deliver microcredentials. The two most common methods are the standalone model and the nested model. The standalone model consists of one course that is specifically created for the purpose of earning a microcredential. These standalone courses can exist as evidence of individual skills, or they can be stacked together to represent clusters of skills. The nested model is often the easiest for universities to develop. This model consists of microcredential skills and assessments being inserted into existing courses. The microcredential then becomes added value in the existing course. When we talk about microcredentials, many people think of a digital badge. A digital badge is the picture that people see stating the name of the microcredential and the name of the issuing organization. However, not all digital badges are microcredentials, And technically not all microcredentials must have a digital badge, although most microcredentials are represented by a digital badge. The digital badge is to the microcredential what the paper diploma is to the traditional college degree. It is the evidence that the bearer has successfully completed the requirements for the microcredential and has demonstrated the target skill or competency. Digital badges are electronic pictures that have information embedded within them that contains data relevant to the credential. This information is encoded and secure, so it cannot be edited or modified. Not all companies have the same fields for embedded data. Here is an example taken from Credly. You can see the different metadata fields that they use and how that metadata is displayed to whoever clicks on the digital badge. In addition to the microcredential details, there is also a validation button to ensure that all the displayed information matches with the secure data contained within this company's servers. These digital badges can be used within emails, shared on social media, displayed on a personal web page, or embedded in electronic resumes, much like including a hyperlink in a Word document. When someone clicks on the microcredential, they will be taken to a page to see details of the microcredential. In this way, microcredentials are very transparent and allow employers to know the exact skills that a job candidate has demonstrated. Cape Breton University is now developing microcredentials. CBU began with a series of standalone microcredentials as part of the Cape Breton Island Tourism Training Network. We are a 3-year post-pandemic recovery project funded by the federal government. Cape Breton University is now moving forward developing additional microcredentials throughout its faculties and departments. If you have any questions related to microcredentials or Cape Breton tourism training or research, please contact Cape Breton University or the Cape Breton Island Tourism Training Network. Thank you.